Let's start for the day. There's the disclaimer. Here we go. Here's what is on tap for today. An hour before open. We have the earnings, non-farm payroll, the unemployment rate all come out an hour before open. Then we have nothing for the rest of the day. That is what's going to move the market. So that'll pick a direction. And then tomorrow we have jobless claims. Once again, an hour before open. So those are the big events today. An hour before open. So that will show you the direction that the market wants to go. So all this doesn't matter. Not for another hour. The upper limit for today is 519, which is going to be up here. 519, 619. That's going to be this yellow 200 MA. And actually, I could see the market spiking up to that and opening right around there and then selling off hard. You'll know instantly if that's the case. It'll be unmistakable. The market will just run to that point. The market will open. It'll shoot up a little bit and then just start selling. I'm hesitant on most anything right now. That doesn't mean, this could be a decent bottom. This has good divergence on the hourly, but I just don't trust the market because let's get rid of some of this. I don't like where this sits. We didn't hold above these dojis, which I wanted to see. I wanted to see hold above those and push up. We've fallen below them and we're holding below the 5 MA on the monthly, which I don't like. That tends to lead to more downside. Especially the weekly, that looks just as weak. And the daily, this is, there's nothing here to. It lost its bullish momentum off this bounce. I didn't like this bounce. So I thought this bounce would probably get back to the 50 and then get rejected. But I wanted to see because it could have been stronger, and it still might. Today we might start squeezing up. I don't know. It's possible. I tend to lean towards the downside, but it's possible to squeeze up again to about 619. The downside actually is not very far. It's only about 608. But I have a hunch that if the numbers are bad, we may rip through that and then come back and retest it and wait for tomorrow's numbers and then go from there. I tend to think the market wants to drop pretty quick. So we'll see. Just because that weekly chart and that monthly chart, this looks like it's rolling over, right? That looks like it's rolling over. So this could shoot down really, really, really fast. I'll just leave it at that. It could shoot down really fast. And see, these are pointed down, so they're not even flat to offer support. the 5MA and the lower Bollinger. See, when they're flat, they offer a support, but when they're pointing down, they do not. It's like a slide. You just ride it. So that tends to be a slide. So I tend to think if this goes down, it'll just slide. And I think we'll come down here around 580 first. That'll be the first stopping point, would be my guess. Okay, let's take a look at a few stocks. Again, I'm not high on many. Cliff fell off a cliff at earnings. So let's take a look. Okay, here. This is an A, B, and it looks like we're going to get a C now. Yeah, that would be my guess, is that we come down, somewhere in here, 780. Maybe we hold up here, 880. Yeah, I tend to think we come down here somewhere. We just sold way outside that Bollinger. So that's why it bounced up so fast and it hit the 200. So, but I do not. Yep, I'm looking for more downside in Cliff. Yeah, not to say you couldn't bounce back up into, $13, but I don't think so. I don't think you have the momentum to do that. Long term, I'm absolutely bullish. When this drops, I want that. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for it to drop. And that makes this correction continues. And man, what a nasty correction. Now, if we come down in here, I don't think we'll go that far, but yeah, come down in here. A nasty correction, long correction. So when we finish this, we're going to have years of gains coming out of this. But it's sure taking its sweet time getting there. Okay. Let's look at NEO, because NEO has a good chart. If the market goes bullish, NEO looks really, really good. I like how this is moving here. We shot outside the Bollinger, so we came back in, and then we continued to push up. We're above the 50, but again, it's not flat, so it's more of a slide here. If the market is bullish, this looks really good. If the market starts to drop, this will probably drop with it. And that goes for just about everything. Wendy's is still just bouncing around here forever. My never-ending bottoming saga with Wendy's continues all through here. Huntsman had a great day again yesterday. Looks good. Again, this could have there's a lot of space here. This could have a big drop. And by big, I mean 1080 to 1180, somewhere in there. AES, this looks really bullish. This looks like it should continue up. But again, Not 5 MA starting to flatten, so it could get a drop, and this could drop a long ways if it starts to drop. On the 200 on support, LAES, I really don't like how that looks, but the hyper uranium, LEU had bad. They reported they did not have good earnings yesterday, so they're selling off, and that's going to affect the sector. And the sector did not look strong anyhow, so I expect these to drop. I expect this 50 to cross that 200. I mean, again, if the market turns bullish, these could all flip. This could all be the low and they could flip, but I am not seeing that. I'm seeing more downside. I think a lot of my retail lost it yesterday too, although this one, Birkenstocks, looks good. Under Armour, they'll probably drop again today, and I would expect them to hold in the $6.20 range. Again, I sold out at that 770. It was almost near perfect. But still, I'm bullish on this. Once this drops and resets, as long as we hold this low, which I think we will. I think we'll hold somewhere in here. Let's go to Abercrombie and Fitch because I sold out of that. I expect more drop now out of this. I think we might even close this gap down here to 69. So we'll see. Speaking of gap, I think gap is going to come down and retest this line at 26.50, somewhere in there, maybe even lower, maybe all the way down here to 23.80 or 24. So it could have a bigger drop. Again, it's still above the mid Bollinger, so it hasn't broken out. It hasn't really broken down, but I just expect more downside just how it looks now. It was looking great, and then 2 days ago it started to not look great. That's most of these. So again, American Eagle, same thing. I think this will probably drop and close this gap here. It'll probably drop into 18 or so, maybe pretty far. That's a pretty big drop. Iridium has earnings tomorrow morning, so I'm interested to see how this acts today. With the market in free fall, I would totally expect this to drop down into the $16 range if the market turns. If the market goes up, this is on my list of ones that will start to rocket if the market goes up. All depends on an hour's time, hour before open. Planet Lab, I sold out of this yesterday. Again, this looks like more downside. A lot more downside. Way down here. Way down here. Half. Taking half this. Wow. Yeah, I think something bad is coming. Rich Tech. Again, I don't think this is going to hold. I think this 50 is going to roll over. So I think we have another shot down. What did look good back here lost it right there. Same with qubits. Qubits lost it back here. But now just retesting that 200 and the Bollinger's at least starting to flatten. So maybe we just get another little shot down here. I just said little shot and that went almost half. $11. Yeah, this can move quickly. How do we look in the hourly? This doesn't look bad. I mean, these look like they could pop. IREN, I am short. I'll tell you that. I'm short IREN. I shorted it. I was long off this. I sold in here, and then I sold the rest here, and I went short. So let's see how that works. Hourly hasn't crossed over. We're bouncing against that trend line. So, I mean, we're above support here at 41. So this is actually coming down into a triangle here. So this could pop out of here, which I would expect. You know, this could jump up to 52 just to burn people like me who are short it and then drop. So I could completely see that. I could completely see a market rally and then drop. So we'll see. The market has been just yo-yoing back and forth. It's best to be a non-participant or in and out, in and out. I'm just waiting for the big drop so I can get these at cheaper prices. And ASTS at 86, I mean, that might have been the drop because that is a good price. You had bullish divergence here. Do we get another leg up? Again, let's go to the daily. And that does not look good. So the hourly looks good, but the daily does not. So that hourly is going to have to fight. That hourly, this is going to have to fight and get over this, like way over. So you're talking, you need this into the 115, 116 range. So sometimes I'll say this in the group. I'll say these need a big day, and they'll have like an 8% day. And the group will say, "Oh, that's a good day." I say, "No, that wasn't big enough. It needed to go big." So that's what I'll say out of this. It needs to go big, or it's gonna go down. So it's got to come out of here screaming. It's got to get 116, 115, right in there. So these need big days. Big days. Here's another one. Big day. So the market's going to make a decision. It's either going to have a monster day to turn bullish, it's going to drop, or it's going to have a really good day that's just not good enough to turn it. And so it'll be another day of me being bearish and the market swinging. So that's what that would turn into. And it'll probably do that just to frustrate me. ASTS does look to have a good day. I mean, there are stocks that look to have good days. I mean, they look pretty good this morning. GameStop is one even. Now here's one. If we can break this 26, that'll really start screaming. And this is a bullish setup. I mean, 50 is above the 200. Your Bollingers are pinching down. I mean, you have all the capabilities to pop out of here. You haven't crossed yet, but you're looking close. I mean, if the market wants to go bullish, this is one that could come screaming out of here. And by screaming, I mean like up to 26. I'm not talking like a GameStop squeeze to 300. I'm talking up to 26. Let's be real. But yeah, this could have a really, really good day coming out of here. And this is this is a good looking setup. If the market wants to go bullish, this is a good setup for it. Now, if the market wants to turn, your support would be 24. If you break that, then you've got quite a drop, 22.40, and then you'd probably go down to $20.40. So again, everything hinges on what happens this morning. All right. I know that's a lot of talk for we'll know in a few minutes. Yep. Those are your levels though. 619 on the upside, 608 on the downside. If we break 608, that's the 5 MA on the daily. So that'll be your line in the sand. If we close below that, I would expect a lot more downside. Okay. Let's just take a peek at the VIX real quick. Let's look at NASDAQ futures for just see where they're sitting. Yeah, see, we're below this trend line. I think we could probably hit this and then drop. Again, it goes with my, I think we spike and then drop. I think they try to just burn people that are short like me before they drop it. And here's VIX. Let's go to the hourly. Again, we're above support on VIX. That's why this market has made me nervous. VIX has not yet broken down, and in fact, it looks like it wants to break out. So that's my problem with the market. The market has a VIX problem. Or I guess the VIX is showing that the market has a problem. All right. And with that, I'll close. So be careful out there. Be wise. And as always, good luck.